Hi guys, I feel a lot more better now. Really better, but I'm going to have words with Andrew tomorrow. The simple fact is because he's done a little slight lie to me. And he told me he didn't have money the other 2 weeks ago. When I found out today that he had money and he bought that phone, so I had words with him this morning. I rang him up after when he went, and I basically said that someone of Facebook has told me, but it's a family member that's told me, so I can't mention that person's name. So I'm protecting that person's name so they don't get into trouble. And it's best to talk things out, guys. And I've told him I'm not going to break up from him. We were both nearly crying on the phone today. And it's like a first little lover's tiff, basically. Just get engaged and then you have a lover's tiff. But I've told him next time he gets paid, he pays his debts off, he pays to me what he owes me. And plus Stephen, his brother, because Stephen's done a lot for him. And he's lent him money here, there and everywhere for his electric stuff. He's treated him out for meals, blah, blah, blah. And it's only the right thing to do. It's like me. I'm starting paying my debts back. Because I'm actually out all day tomorrow, so this is going to be my weekly video, my weekly update video. Tomorrow, I'm going to bingo in the morning, and then go back to Andrew's, talk to Andrew. I either go to First Stop or Citizen Advice Bureau because I want to get something sorted. Because I am not happy about being on this course. I've heard quite a few bad stories about it. That's all I'm saying. Because Andrew's sister said yesterday, if you don't turn up on an appointment, you get your money stopped just like that. I mean, it's the same with the job centre, right, when you're on the dole. And people know this if they are on the dole. If you don't do something right on what they tell you, you will get your money stopped. They are becoming more stricter and stricter. We can't help this. Do you know what I mean? And you're thinking in the back of your mind, was it worth it to win for the sick money? This is what's making me think. Because I'm thinking whether would it have been better for me to go back actually on the job seekers instead of all this carrying on. But I will get it sorted because I want it off my mind because I know I'm not ready for work. I keep telling people in blue in my face, I am not ready. I even told the job centre. I told the supervisor, I'm not ready. I mean, I haven't been ready for years because I'm not strong enough for work. I've got to think about my health first before anything. I mean, I start talking to myself in the morning when I get up, and that's worrying me slightly. And is it because I even talk to myself when Andrew's here? So, only basically talking to myself to remind me stuff, what I have to do. Like, to remind yourself if you've got an appointment today or stuff like that and what you're going to do during the day. I mean, sometimes I have a conversation to myself because with me being on my own. But I am going to talk to my doctor about it, see if I can get some sort of test to have what do you call it? It's a mental test or something. And find out what is actually wrong with me, why I do this. And I don't want people having a go at me or mocking me about it because it's not crazy and it's something that worries you completely. And I've done it for years. I've done it through the years. I've even done it when I was at the Old House. I even done it since when John was alive. And it's really, really difficult because you're a bit nervous and you're a bit frightened to ask the doctor for your help for that type of thing, because you don't want to be ending up into a lunatic home, or you know what I mean. I hate to say that word. I'm sorry if I've offended anyone by that word, but it is the truth. And I mean, you think to yourself, are you mad for talking to yourself? And is it some slight depression where you do talk to yourself? Now, I feel loads better since I've come off them depression tablets. And it was only because of all the stress I was going through, and with the job centre, with my money and everything else. But the reason why I'm going on about this course is the fact is, right, which I've explained to you before in my last lot of videos, because I am frightened to lose my money once again. If I fight for it, I mean, I truly, strongly believe that people, when they're on the sick, they should be on the sick, they should not be working, and I feel very strongly about that. Because I am a believer and I stand up for what I believe. And if people can't accept that, I'm sorry. It's the only thing I can feel strong enough to do is that. Now, like I said to you, I used to work years ago. I used to work at Kennel Maid, and as well as college, as well as everything working on the farm, I used to do all that in one day. And that was in my younger days. And also had work experience and a part-time job. So I used to be quite busy in my younger days. And it's just a frightening experience, guys. This is for me this year. And I was going to go to college. I was wanting to go to college to learn. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to have time now to go to college and learn the course what I want to do, because of this other course I might be going on. So basically tomorrow I am going to go to first stop to the drop-in centre, then Citizens Advice Bureau, because I've got to sort out my debts, got to talk about my money, like budget thing, before I pay my debts out. And I'm going to ask if I can get there earlier. I'm going to see if I can see someone about, as well as going to first stop, to see how I can get out of this course. And if it's got to go through another appeal, I will be more prepared for this appeal. I will get a medical certificates from my doctors. I'll get a medical certificate from my physio. I'll get a report from my duty officer, which I need to see him this week if he's in. Cause every time I go down to see my duty officer, he's either in a bloody meeting or he's out or he's off. I can never get a decent support worker, guys, you know what I mean? And some of these support workers don't know, actually, half of them, they don't even do the job properly. Now, I hope some people agree with me with that. Because my support worker was supposed to come with me last week, and she knew. She bloody knew. She had to come. So I'm going to have to text her tomorrow. I'm going to have to tell her that I've got to go on the 8th of May, which is Thursday, at 1 o'clock at this place. And it's called Amphita, or something like that. Jenny will know what I mean, because Jenny's been there. And it's just, I don't know, it is scary, guys. It's scary for what they're doing to people like us. And when you're stuck in a position you can't get out of, you are stuck. I mean, I've been told this course is up to 2 years. And this is why I don't want to go on it. I mean, you be sent all over the place. Sometimes you're sent as far as bloody Morton Park. And you're on it 4 days a week, guys. 3 or 4 days a week. Come on. That's like working in college. 3 or 4 days a week. Nearly full time in college. I mean, who's going to be looking after my pets when I get... And who's going to be feeding them? Who's going to be looking after my house when I'm out? Do you know what I mean? I know Andrew will when he moves in, but that's when he moves in. Because we have to sort our money out next month before he moves in. Or the end of the... Might have to do it just after he moves in. I don't know how we're going to do this. But I want to do it next month. And then in July he can move in. And that's how we've got to do it. I've got to sort all this out in my head. I have to, guys. I have to seriously sort out. Because I don't want Andrew to end up homeless. And because he's put a month's notice in already. And this is the thing. I don't want Andrew to end up homeless. And you can't sneak your boyfriend in or fiancé in the house. Because it's under an estate agent. And so you have to go through all the list, the book and the rules. This is how I want to do it. I want to do everything right before it works. Do you know what I mean, guys? I mean, I've lived with Andrew before. And I really had... This was before I got in a relationship with Dougie. And I lived with Andrew before. And it was a good housemate relationship. And it was, because we both helped each other. I mean, there were some days I used to go out. And I used to really go out drinking back then. And there were some days when we could afford it, when you could afford it back then. Because nowadays, you can't afford to go out drinking. And when I used to go out drinking, or if I went out for the day, and I would come back, and my house would be clean. And I'm like, have you done the housework? And he would say, yeah. Oh, fucking hell, you know what I mean? What come over you know, doing the housework. I mean, it was like yesterday. As soon as he came in yesterday, he got the Hoover and started hoovering for us. Because he's given me his old Hoover to borrow. Because my Hoover's a bit, it's not picking up as much, my Hoover. So I would like some nice comments about what I can do, because I've put my views in this group, what I've joined. It's the learning disability group, and it's for support, and I've asked for support from it, what I have to do. Now, it is very hard position, because you just don't know what to do, guys. You do not know what to do. I mean, to tell you the truth, guys, I just want to settle down. I'm sick of being pushed and forced to do something what I don't want to do. I've had it since Dougie's died. Do you know what I mean? And it's getting too much for me. And I'm all over the place. I'm here, there and everywhere. It's getting far too much. I don't need it. Do you know what I mean? I need to settle down and need to get on with my life. And help and run this house and look after this house and look after me and Andrew. It's just so much, it's so hard work and so complicated, guys. Really complicated. So I'm going to have to go, because I am going to make myself a cuppa and Asani. I've had 2 hours sleep actually, guys. I was going to get a takeaway today, but I thought, no, bugger it. With me out all day tomorrow, I'll get a takeaway tomorrow. Because I can call back at the chippy, get my money, what the short change with me the other day, and I can walk down to the takeaway and get my takeaway. I'll probably do that. It'll be cheaper than getting it out. So it'll probably be a late night tomorrow night for me. But I'm going to get me and Andrew sorted out. He shouldn't have to lie to me, guys. He shouldn't. You know what I mean? He should not have to lie to me. And it's the respect in a relationship that you need. And maybe he's lied that much to, you know her, his ex. And I do care about her because, I mean, I've been told that she's in hospital. And I know people have the differences when you argue and stuff like that and you fall out with people. And you still care about them, guys. You still do. But it's a trusting thing when you fell out with that person before. Do you know what I mean? And I just need things sorted. Really need things sorted. Life's too short now. Life's too short. And I'm still annoyed. The fact is, I blocked 2 other people from the past last week. And because of when they brought our Dougie in the arguments, and it's not right. It's not right bringing a dead person into an argument. You should never, ever bring a dead person into an argument. People have done this to me loads of times, guys. Because they've done it with our John. And it gets too much. It does get too much, guys. So, I'm going to go. And this is my weekly update. Because Wednesday, I've got a day in to myself. So, I'll probably do the housework. And that. But do some washing and stuff like that. Because I need to get the living room sorted out. Thursday, I'm out. Thursday, I'm at bingo. And the course. And I'll be doing shopping in between. And paying my bills. Friday, I'm staying in. Friday, I'm not having a drink all week. Because I'm going to detox myself all week this week. I've had enough over the weekend. So I normally do that, have a week off drink. And I am going to have a takeaway on Friday and then do a DVD day with Marcus and Andrew. Get some nibbles in. So Saturday, I'll invite Andrew up for his tea. Because he can stay for the weekend again. He probably will end up... Thursday I need to get a key cut. And Thursday I need to get Dougie's plaque. I mean, I would like somebody really to make me one, and it would have been a lot more cheaper, but it's hard to ask people, and I don't like asking people, and I don't know anybody who would make one neither. But I really did enjoy myself yesterday, and thank you to the family and my friends for turning up. And my godson was great. He was so well behaved. And I really love everyone. Thank you. Be cool. Be happy. Stay tuned. Health 402. I'm out of here all. Bye.